Okay, welcome to American History 2. So this study takes us from the Gilded Age, which is 1877, through almost present day. And so remember, we have a country that is coming off of the Civil War. The South is ravaged with its war-torn, and we're trying to figure out how to never have something like that happen again. How do we make this nation function as one? So also, slavery has ended, thank goodness, but there are Supreme Court cases such as Plessy v. Ferguson that we read about in chapter 15, where the Supreme Court is not enforcing the things such as the Civil War amendments like the 14th Amendment. So pay attention to those Supreme Court cases. You're going to work with them some for the project. The project is between the midterm and the final exam. We'll talk more about that as it gets closer. But pay attention to those Supreme Court cases. Also, the questions that are assigned, those are the ones that are at the end of each chapter. So they look like this. The recall and reflect. Those are the questions that are assigned for the weekly assignments. And I want at least 3 complete sentences for each answer. And if you consult a source other than the textbook, make sure that you list it. And don't cheat yourself. Please do the reading. Please answer the questions yourself. If you have an issue doing that, let me know. But you want to make sure you do the reading. You want to make sure you answer the questions yourself. Also, inside the chapters, there are little parts that go into more detail, such as this one on the frontier in the West in chapter 16. And then at the end, there are these understand, analyze, and evaluate questions. Pay attention to those. They're not assigned in the weekly assignment, but every other week we'll have a quiz. So every single week we'll have these assignments on the reading, the questions at the end of the chapter on the reading. Those are going to be pretty much weekly. Every other week we're going to have a quiz that's over 2 weeks worth of reading. And then we'll have a midterm that's, covers everything from the beginning of class to the midterm. And then at the end we'll have a final that covers anything during the semester. Like I said, between the midterm and the final, we're going to have a project that we do, and we're going to look at these Supreme Court cases that are sprinkled throughout our time frame, which is 1877 through present day. Just looking at how the Supreme Court did not initially honor those Civil War amendments, but then starting in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, they start to honor them. So that'll be what our project's about. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. The reading for this week starts near the end of chapter 15 on page 369. I want you to start with the Compromise of 1877. That is about a problematic presidential election. And you might find that particularly interesting because this year, 2024, is a presidential election, and who knows what we might see. So, okay, please reach out to me through email. My email is in the syllabus. Please let me know if you have any problems, any questions, any difficulties. If you think something needs to be different, I welcome all feedback, and I wish you a great week, and I will see you soon.